Released November 11th, 2021 by developer and publisher TerraVision Games for PC VR, The Rift, and Quest 2, Captain Toonhead vs. the Punks from Outer Space is a silly game with a silly name, but also proves not taking things too seriously can yield some truly epic results. Captain Toonhead is VR tower defense done right, thanks to TerraVision Games for the review key.
You can call me Captain Toonhead.
The story here is, you're a janitor on a spaceship that's headed to put a stop to the devious plans of Nicholas Voorhees, the Earth's last dictator. He's that cliche villain that just won't stay gone, so he's back, and your company, WTF, has sent out a team of heroes to stop him. These heroes, however, are quite stupid, and just about everyone else in this game is. So they all microwave a burrito that they shouldn't have in a faulty microwave, and now they're all dead.
He did not just put a burrito into that microwave! Oh my god, I told him 1,000,000 times the microwave is broken and I can't fix it! I mean, I could fix it, but it's a union thing.
Following some asinine protocol and chain of command, the Major has appointed you, the only one left standing on this ship, the new captain. So yeah, from janitor to captain in the blink of an eye.
I'm not following what you... Oh. Anyway, we don't have time or personnel for another attempt. Do your duty, Private!
You now need to stop Voorhees, who plans to destroy the Earth while saving these living, breathing, talking energy cubes.
Oh, what the? Aw, cubes that talk? What are you guys?
The story, much like everything else in this game, surprised me. I expected either no real story or just some pieced together narrative, but instead, the story grew into something actually interesting. Now, when I say interesting, I don't mean deep, thought-provoking, or profound. Just more meat on the bones than expected. What I expected from this cartoon-style game was maybe some unexplainable nonsense like I would see in an episode of Adventure Time or a regular show. But no, although it never went anywhere deep, or anywhere at all for that matter, the constant chatter among yourself, Voorhees, and your team made an already entertaining experience even that much better.
Then why have you come?
To stop you!
What also helped move things along nicely was the audio, the sound design. This entertaining story was brought to life not only by its content, but also its delivery. The voice acting was top tier. Although basically just a silly cartoon, the cast of Captain Toonhead represented perfectly, and all voice actors brought their A-game.
Let's make him pay, Janine! Janine? Oh no.
The score is also brilliant. Nothing sounded out of place. The sound effects were also on point. The overall sound design was perfectly suited for what this game is, and the sound guy was correct. It's best experience with headphones. Captain Toonhead isn't much to look at, and these flat videos do it no favors, but with that said, this is still a pretty decent looking game, and it was designed in this cartoon aesthetic that allows it to get away with some less than detailed textures, less than ideal animations, which by the way makes some of the enemies look like their animations are dropping frames, and maybe they are. But all is forgiven due to the heavy cartoony cel-shaded art style, and a constant reminder every time you start the game up, basically reminding you it's not that serious.
Oh, is this where heroes live?
Used to. Then they microwaved a burrito.
Here's where the cherries applied on top, as Captain Toonhead vs. the Punks from Outer Space has really done nothing wrong so far. As stated before, this is a VR tower defense game, basically a wave shooter where you have something other than your own life to defend. It's not stand in place or free locomotion either. You teleport across the map as needed. And as much as I do not like teleportation as a movement option in VR games, it works well here. And I see no other way that would have worked better actually. As you lay down your turrets on the map, you're able to teleport to any of them as you see fit to create vantage points. Free locomotion, running from one turret to the other would have been ridiculous. So yeah, the teleportation works for me here.
You know, at least my grandma has a home.
Say what?
Just say it. And her house doesn't flood from rain because a laser put a huge hole in the ceiling.
I have not played too many tower defense games, and when I think about it, the last may very well have been the first Plants vs. Zombie game on the iPad. This was the first thing that came to mind while playing this, and I was and still am impressed by the way TerraVision pulled it off.
Good luck, Captain.
In true tower defense style, at the beginning of a stage, you use your currency. You use them to buy new turrets. You're also able to unlock new turrets as you go along. You lay these automatic turrets down in specific places on the map that you think would suit you best. You're also armed with a pair of handguns, which are also upgradable, not as upgradable as I would have liked, but still useful, and they have infinite ammo. When using them for the first time, you may be thinking, this may cause carpal tunnel or something, as you have to be constantly firing manually, and this at first felt like it was taking a toll on my fingers and wrists. But two things. First, I got used to it, and having the rubber grip attachments on my controller helps, so I didn't always have to be gripping the controls. And two, there's an upgrade for the pistols that allow auto-fire. This wasn't that useful though, as the gun would overheat, and it was slower than just doing it manually.
If I wasn't in a mission, there'll be a finish already. But I throw a chunk like you right now.
Other than your pistols, you also have your granny's flip-flops, which turned out to be a really useful weapon for stunning enemies and disabling weapons and defenses.
Here we go!
You also have a super move of sorts, a power-up that builds back over time and when activated works great for getting you out of a tough spot. As if you don't place a heavy emphasis on strategy, you'll get outnumbered and overpowered real fast. Strategy is the name of the game. Captain Toonhead can be a breeze or an insanely frustrating experience. This depends on you. If you follow the rules of engagement, you'll be fine. You'll become extremely comfortable and capable multitasking on the battlefield. You'll learn how and when to use what, where. When should you collect money from fallen enemies? When and where should you place a turret, as each has its own unique strength? When should you use your Toonhead, which is your special attack which fires electric pizza slices, or the ammo used by whichever turret you're sitting in at the time you activate it.
1.21 gigawatts! Great Scott!
You'll have to keep a watchful eye on the inner cubes. That's what you're really defending. Nothing attacks you directly. The enemy's purpose is to take away or destroy these inner cubes, and your sole purpose here is to save as many as you can and then ultimately bring down Voorhees.
Everyone, get in there and finish Toonhead before that rocket launches! There's a nuke in it!
Once you have secured a rhythm, you'll be multitasking your way through each level without a problem, and the further you go is the stronger you become. Other than the ability to upgrade your turrets during battle, you're able to between missions use an upgrading skill tree system to upgrade just about everything else. You can upgrade each turret type, you can upgrade your handguns, your Toonhead, and even your grandmother's flip-flops. After a point in this game, you'll feel almost overpowered, but that doesn't make you unstoppable. The greatest element in this game is the need for and implementation of strategy. One slip up and you're down to defending one last inner cube. Then before you know it, you're done. Mission failed, so don't get too cocky.
Eagle eyes.
Although I said the teleportation was ideal, it can also lead to moments of disorientation, which may lead to weakened defenses, and a moment's weakness is all it takes for the tables to turn in Captain Toonhead. Captain Toonhead vs. the punks from outer space is a balanced experience. Some may even call it too easy, while others may have given up after the first few stages, thinking there isn't much else to this game but physically tiring controls and repetitive enemies. But stick it out, you'll see that this is one of those experiences that keeps on giving.
How do you even know that?
I'm not saying it has great replay value, as there is no co-op, no online multiplayer, so unless you just wanted to jump back in to see what happens when you're fully powered up, you may never want to revisit it again. Still though, for what it is, a single-player tower defense game with a whole lot of personality, I totally recommend this.
That doesn't sound scientific.
Does it sound right?
I don't know.
Thank you for watching. If you like my content, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's say I pissed you off with this one though, then hey, we all know where to find the various hate buttons, don't we? Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.
Captain Salazar, I see it was a great idea to send a janitor to a landfill planet. Congratulations on a mission well done.